Hi, welcome to Matthew the Ogre versus the Alien Inside. I am Matthew. This is my lovely, wonderful partner in crime, wife, mentor. not a mentor, but Adrian. She will be helping me answer questions today about how all of this is going. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the update. As you know, I've been diagnosed with kidney cancer. What kind of cancer, Adrian?
Well, it's the renal pelvis cancer. So it is the drainage pipes off of your kidney.
Okay. The renal
Pelvis.
renal pelvis. Mm-hmm. It sounds like a sex move.
Well, I don't think you'd feel like sex with this.
I was diagnosed with cancer, this renal pelvis doohickey thing. Mm-hmm. And they placed a stent between my kidney and my bladder. I was hoping to get that stent taken out, but no such luck. We had no information up until this past Tuesday. We didn't know what the plan was or what the treatments were going to be. So Tuesday, we had the follow-up. And we were told that they have to surgically remove my kidney after possible short treatment of high-dose chemo. We are waiting for the appointment from the oncologist, and, from there, who knows what's going to happen. I think she knows more than I do.
He's really good about paying attention in a doctor's office.
What is the chemo treatment for?
So, in order to do chemo in your body, you have to have 2 kidneys because it takes that much for processing the chemo. Because they're going to remove your kidney should this cancer have spread to other parts that microscopically we can't see right now. They would not be able to do chemo after surgery to get those other areas. So they are going to potentially, again, we have to wait to see the oncologist, but they are potentially going to be doing some rounds of chemo as a general all over your whole body to make sure that they get rid of any microscopic cells that may have metastasized in other parts of your body. That's a big word, I know.
Metastasized.
That means to grow in another place.
Yes, I know what that means.
Well, good. I'm glad. Good job.
Thanks. See, I told you, mentor. So I told you guys before that this is related to a genetic condition called Lynch syndrome. It's a disorder that is passed down through generations, and it causes a malformed DNA that is not discarded by the body. I think that's correct. She says no. What does Lynch syndrome?
Discard DNA. It's a part of you in every cell of your body. So Lynch syndrome is a mutation of up to 5 genes inside your body. There are 2 that are worse than the other 3, but usually people have a combination of more than 1. So we don't know yours yet. It should be back within the next 2 weeks because we've done the genetic test. Okay?
Okay.
But the doctor pretty much said, yeah, that's this type of cancer that you have is usually
it's
almost
very
always
specifically
associated with Lynch.
To link to Lynch syndrome.
So basically, it means that your body does not tell your body to fight the regular cells that are bunching together, which then form tumors.
So what you're saying is I have mutated genes.
Well, we already knew that, but yes, you have these mutated genes.
So I have superpower and I can join the X-Men?
I mean,
and fight mutants?
What would be your power?
I don't know.
That would be the problem. I have no idea what your power would be.
An overactive bladder at this point.
Yeah, that's very true. That is very true.
My family has pushed me for years to get tested for this, but I didn't want that thought, that knowledge sitting in the back of my head eating at me. I have actually witnessed someone who did this in another situation, and they became very paranoid about everything they did in life. And I don't want to live that way. Like I said in the first episode, I love to live life. I love to live freely. Very open-minded to all kinds of new experiences. And if I have a thought in the back of my head that is limiting me and causing paranoia and causing me not to do things, then yeah, I didn't want to know. That's just how that went. Do you have anything you want to add at this point?
Well, in regards to your Lynch syndrome, I can understand why knowing that you carry the gene can cause that. It's just like women who have the breast cancer gene. They know that their chances are extremely high of getting a cancer. But people push for that gene to be tested all the time. Like that's something that they genetically do with a lot of women for breast cancer, like in their 20s or in their
Right.
even in their 30s. And it has saved millions of lives of knowing and doing like the pre thing. So I would encourage anyone to not take that route, and to really like to know about it means that you can follow it to make sure that you catch it early. So now that we know about it, you do have a 70 to 75% chance of getting it in the other kidney, even after we remove this kidney. It's just normally happens with this type of cancer.
Right.
So, as the doctor said, we will watch it like a hawk. And if you didn't know that you had that and weren't watching it like a hawk, you would end up with what you're having now. So, in hindsight, knowing that you have it.
Would I have changed anything, though? Would I have changed how I did anything?
Maybe not back then, but
other than maybe more appointments, testing and checking my kidneys and liver and my colorectal. And,
so you would have done what you should have done if you knew.
do you know what a finger is?
Yeah.
You're about to get one.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is it the pointer?
So overall, like, how does this make you feel? Like, what was your reaction in the doctor's office? I know what your reaction is, but they don't.
I seriously think it is the first time in my life of everybody who knows me, and most of them will be watching this. I am a very chatty Cathy, usually. I will talk about anything that you want to, unless I'm in a big group situation. It was the first time I was literally speechless. I could not talk for like 10 minutes. I couldn't put a thought together. I walked in there. I remember. And that's not what I thought they were going to say, because from day one, they had told us they don't want to take the kidney. They don't want to take the kidney because they didn't want it to go to the other kidney and then have to do dialysis, because then you don't have either kidney. And that with Lynch, they try to keep the kidney. But after he drew the picture for me, and I don't know, can I show it? Like, will it show up on the thing?
They'd have to seriously zoom
well,
in.
If you zoom in over here on the side, I don't think you can see it.
They're not going to see that.
But basically, like,
he actually
have the kidney, and you have the like 3 drainage that come off of here, and there's like a space where all 3 of them kind of meet, and his entire tumor literally takes up 95% of that entire drainage spot right there. So his kidney is blocked by 95%. Which is hence the stent. And he said, there's no way I can go in there and take it out, like just take out the tumor. He's like, because I'm taking out everything.
The kidney's already infected.
Yeah.
It's grown too far into the kidney, and it's been too aggressive to actually look at any other treatments as to removing this tumor.
Yeah. They're high grade carcinomas. So, so it's aggressive cancer, meaning that's why they want to do the chemo, so that we catch it anywhere else after it. So they're going to repeat the scans. He doesn't think it has spread, but if it has, the chemo should take care of that, or we'll deal with it as it comes. Like but my feelings wise, like medical side. So I'm really good with medical. I can research the shit out of medical and figure it out. And when I say research, I don't read like Google. I read like actual research papers from like Johns Hopkins and like Cleveland Med and Cleveland Clinic. And so that part I can separate. I can separate that. I need to take care of you medically. I need to figure it out medically. And like I turned that on when I'm in the doctor's office. Like I'm not feeling in the doctor's office, which hence the reason why I was completely and utterly like just dumbfounded when we came out. You probably haven't mentioned it in your past, I don't think so, in your last post, but my previous husband passed away suddenly from a very rare condition. And I didn't get to say goodbye. And so in our vows, I made Matt promise that he wouldn't die first.
And I said, if you keep fighting with me, that's not going to be a problem.
And I'll keep fighting right now, let me tell you. So, I mean, that's always a worry that's in the back of my head. It's not that I think it's going to happen like right now or whatever, but it's, you know, when you go through something medical, it's usually me who goes through the medical stuff. So, I worry, and it's, yeah, I worry.
Do you?
Very much so.
Do you worry? Okay.
I do.
Well, for me, coming out of the doctor's, it was definitely bad news. I wouldn't say it floored me. It was disappointing at the time. I went in with no expectations and came out with, you know, what I expected. You know, you expect the worst, plan for the worst, expect the best. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think I had already had 2 weeks of having the stent in, knowing the appointment was coming. And I was able to prepare myself for the worst news, but hope that, you know, a couple simple rounds of chemo. Let's do this. Let's get rid of this thing, you know, quick surgery, whatever. I was hoping, you know, it was hopeful, but it didn't come true. Now I'm just tired of sitting on my butt.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. She also has a bunch of medical issues, not cancer. But, yeah, I mean, I guess, like I said before, I think I said this last week, it is what it is. You know, nothing I can do to change it. The camera turned off, which is great.
Is it still recording?
It's still recording audio, so I guess I'm releasing an audio version this week.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, the camera turned off. That's wonderful. I guess the battery was dead. Got to check that next time. Oops. Anyway, yeah, where was I?
you're talking about where you're at now.
I am talking about where I'm at. I'm in the garage recording a podcast with you.
Yeah, but but you're talking about where your feelings are now.
Oh, my feelings.
Feelings.
My fuzzy feelings.
Okay. You're the one who wants to do mental health, so feelings.
Yeah, anyway, it is what it is. I think that's what I was last saying. It is what it is. You know, it's not worth getting upset about. Not worth wasting the energy getting angry. Anger is a byproduct of other emotions. You only really feel anger for like 60 to 90 seconds when you do. And yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm upset. This wasn't supposed to happen to me. My brother died of brain cancer. I was supposed to live forever. You know, is just, you know, it was unexpected. And I've come to terms with it, I think, mostly in the fact that, you know what, this is just part of life. We are surrounded by cancer. We have a roommate who has stage 4 breast cancer. It's just, you know,
It's the Gimpy house.
It's the Gimpy house.
Yeah. Whoever's feeling good at that moment has to do something.
Gets up and does something,
yeah.
Right. You know, it is, like I said, it is what it is. And, you know, it's not worth really getting angry. Well, like I said, I'm not angry about this.
Do you, I know overall you're not angry about this, but do you have times where you feel angry?
No. No, I don't. And I think that might be just my ability to recognize what I'm feeling and address those emotions before they turn into anger.
So what fleeting moments of, like, what emotions have you gone through? Because you seem to most people,
I seem happy.
you
Yay.
seem well-rounded and well thought out, but they're obviously, I mean, you know, you talk to, like, guys don't talk about their emotions. You're good at processing yours, but what emotions have you gone through?
Like I said, frustration, disbelief. Like I said, I thought I was going to live forever because my brother died, and we're one of two. And I have a great support system. I got people I can lean on. I got Adrian, who is wonderful for communicating with. We have unbelievable communication. And again, but I'm avoiding the question. What am I feeling and how am I dealing with it? I'm playing video games, but which isn't dealing with it. It's interesting. Yeah. Way to call me out on the podcast. Thanks.
Well, that's what this is about. Like, it's not just about what's going on. It's about how you're processing and how you're dealing with it.
Frustration. The other day, like, I cleaned the entire house. I think that was more of me being antsy and needing something to do, frustrated in a moment of not being able to do anything. I can't go to work because I have this stent. Doctor put me on disability because he does not want it to become dislodged. When I'm at work with the stent, I can't pee because something swells shut, and it sucks. It's really, really painful. So now I'm stuck at home. Don't got a whole lot to do. I need some hobbies. This is a new hobby, obviously. That's pretty much where I'm at, though. It's not the anticipation of the cancer and what's going to happen, and I'm upset about it. It's more of living in this moment and trying to keep myself busy so I don't go stir crazy.
Yeah.
I think I've already processed the cancer part of it. I was frustrated. I was anxious about it. Like I said, I didn't expect it. Okay, it is what it is. You can't change that. So for me, it's not worth holding on to those emotions and sitting in those emotions when it's just a fleeting moment of emotion. For some people, this will be life devastating. Like I said, it's kind of part of our lives. Dealing with health issues. It's the norm, I guess. I hate to say that, but it is.
What's it feel like for it to be you this time?
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
I was supposed to not do this. And here we are doing this. Okay, let's do this. This is just, another bump in the road, another roadblock, something to get around, but it's not going to kill us. Hopefully.
Oh, I love that add-on. Okay. That's a great one. Cause your wife to get anxiety.
So, what are the things that you do to relieve your struggle? Mentally, physically?
For me, I dissociate. I'm not going to lie. Like, I dissociate with TV or with playing a game on my phone until I'm ready to process it. Like, talking to you is always a great way to process things. I talk to my mom, like,
a lot. Every day.
My mom's my person. I love to do nails, like my nails. That's always something that's calming. I haven't been able to do a whole lot this summer to relieve and do the things that I like to do because of my medical stuff. But that's pretty much what I do. Talk to my therapist.
Yeah.
Love my therapist.
That's it.
Love me some Nicole.
Like she said, disassociate a little bit, find something to dive into for a moment and process in the meantime. For me, a lot of music. We actually going to have a podcast about specifically music and what it does for mental health. There's a lot of research that goes into the type of music that I listen to, which is EDM, techno, rave, whatever you want to call it. I'm old school, so I call it techno. There's it's my place of solace. If I can put on some music and empty my mind and just feel the rhythm and let that be all there is, processing after becomes a heck of a lot easier because you've eliminated all the other stuff that's cluttering your mind. There was a study recently I saw on Facebook, and some of you may have seen this if you follow one of my pages. This lady was talking about that there was a psychological study done with people who had gone to a rave. It was 90 people that were studied. They split the group in two, 45 and 45. 45 people were on some sort of substance, mind-altering substance, and the other 45 people were not. And after a certain period of time, they found that because of the low tones and frequencies of EDM and techno, that the mental state of mind between the people who were on mind-altering substances and the people who were not was primarily the same. They were in a place of zen, I guess you could say, where they were feeling good about everything. In fact, there was another one I read just the other day about this woman who was dealing with really heavy depression, and she went to a rave, and she said she had a fantastic time. It was the best time she'd ever had. She was the happiest she'd been in a very long time. She said the people were amazing. Everybody was welcoming. The music was fantastic. She was able to leave her emotions and her problems on the floor. And when she left, she came more depressed than she had ever been after, because she had realized about all the happiness that she was missing out on. Music changes everything. And if you can find your groove, great, good for you. For me, it's
funny talking about your type of music that I always hated.
Yeah, and now she likes it.
Ever. And since, my mental health journey, I, for the last 2 years, haven't listened to music.
Right.
Nothing in the car, nothing to go around. Every once in a while I'll put it on, but it's normally because music is associated with memories for me. And so listening to some of your gentle techno.
Down tempo, people. Down tempo.
Sure, that's what it's called. I just call it gentle. Is actually soothing for me. And so it's something that I put on in the car when I'm stressed and to go to sleep sometimes. So it's opened my eyes to that as well.
Yeah.
And it definitely allows me to calm down. So
yeah. Well, I mean, that's pretty much where we're at.
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at. How are you feeling together? How are we handling this together? Are we doing this together, or are we, I got cancer and you're handling all the jazz?
No, I think we're doing what we're good at. I'm good at the medical stuff. And I would probably annoy the crap out of you if you were handling it, saying, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this?
Oh,
did
definitely.
You do this?
Very much.
So it's a little easier if I just handle it. And your nurse that calls us, we're really good friends now. So it's fine. Yeah, no, we communicate like crazy through things. On my bad days, you're doing things that I can't do. And,
Yes, gentlemen. It is okay to pick up the slack for your wife on days that she can't. That means doing the dishes, cooking the meals, sweeping the floors, and washing the windows. Oh, and the laundry.
I've been doing
Even
laundry.
if you can't fold the laundry, do the laundry. It's one less thing that she has to do.
Then I just have to fold it.
But you don't.
I do after a while.
But 3 weeks later,
That's why we need my mom to move back in.
it's a true story. So yeah, that's where we're at right now.
What do you think about the future? Like, what do you think?
I don't look at the future.
Like, at all?
Nope.
Like, if I say chemo to you, what do you...
I don't know what to expect.
Okay.
So that's it. That's where we're at. I don't know what to expect with that. We're title money. That's a big thing with us right now. So the future is I'm not working until, I guess, the disability runs out in October, and then we have to refile. That's only 60% of my paycheck. So thankfully she works full time as a school teacher. She gets paid well, thank God. That's a thing, but am I worried about it? Not really. The stuff that keeps me up at night is, what am I going to do tomorrow? What fun are we going to have? Who am I going to see? Who am I going to talk to? I could do this, and this. And then I end up sitting on the couch all day. But, yeah. As for,
Because you don't have any energy.
What? Sitting on the couch?
No. That's one of your symptoms right now.
Oh, yeah.
I
can't do the heavy stuff right now.
Or, stay awake for...
More than 8 hours.
Yeah. There's definitely, it's something that goes along with this type of cancer is the
exhaustion.
The exhaustion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a thing. I've been sleeping a lot. So, yeah, I think that's where we're at. And
yeah.
I guess this concludes this episode, I think. So thank you for listening to Matthew the Ogre versus the Alien Inside. We had a great discussion about the Alien Inside and what we think about it.
Asshole.
What, the alien?
Yeah.
Or the ogre?
Well, you're the ogre. You're okay.
Am I?
You are.
You call me an asshole every day.
I do not. Only when you do something stupid.
Which is?
A lot.
So, yes, thank you for watching, listening. Now that the camera went down, thank you for joining us on Matthew the Ogre versus the Alien Inside. We will see you guys next week. Sorry the video is missing. It's going to be an audio this time, but I don't think you guys will care. But, all right.
All right.
Adioso.
Ciao.
Ciao.